प्यारे दोस्तों आदाब। आज के वीडियो में जो हम बना रहे हैं आपको मालूम है कश्मीर स्पीक्स 1989 सिंस 1989। इससे पहले हमने जो वीडियोस कंप्लीट किए 1 जनवरी 1989 आज तक। आज तो अब एक महीना रह गया है। 1999 का वो दिसंबर है, वो आज हम कंप्लीट कर रहे हैं। दिसंबर के 2 वीडियोस बना लेंगे और आपसे गुजारिश है कि अपना ये फीडबैक तो ज़रूर दीजिए। तो हम उठा रहे हैं आज 1 दिसंबर 1989 न्यूज़ आइटम। हेडलाइन है एक्सप्लोजन इन मिनिस्टर्स हाउस, सीरीज ऑफ बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट्स रॉक वैली। डिटेल्स हैं 1 person was injured seriously and 6 buildings including the residential house of the Minister of State Ali Muhammad Sagar, which is still under construction in Bimna Housing Colony. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम पब्लिश्ड ऑन 2 December 1989। ये है मिलिटेंट्स गन डाउन SHO एंड ट्रेडर इन श्रीनगर। डिटेल्स हैं in the early hours of this morning, Saidullah Lone, a police inspector and station house officer of Maisuma police station in civil lines area, was shot dead by 2 suspected militants as he was coming out from the local mosque after offering morning prayers. In another incident, businessman identified as Ajay Kumar Kapoor was shot dead by suspected militants while he was on the way to his shop in Maharajganj. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम आया है, ये है 3 December 1989। ये है विश्वनाथ प्रताप सिंह sworn as Prime Minister of India on 2 December 1989, supported by Bharatiya Janata Party and left parties. Deputy Prime Minister Chaudhry Devi Lal. In addition to other cabinet ministers, Mufti Muhammad Said also sworn as the cabinet minister and allotted Minister of Home Affairs to him. I.K. Gujral, Minister of External Affairs. V.P. Singh kept under himself defense. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम ऑन द सेम डेट, दैट इज 3 December 1989। हेडलाइन है 9 hurt in Srinagar, explosion, 9 persons were injured, 1 seriously, when militants exploded a powerful bomb in the bar room label hotel near Polo View here today evening. There were 12 persons inside the bar at a time of explosion, while 8 of them received minor injuries. One of the employees was seriously injured. Another report said that police today resorted a lathi charge at Navatal locally here to disperse the stone throwing mobs and fired warned the shots at the mob people. Militants outfitters have warned the proprietors of bars and liquor dealers in the valley to close down their business and find alternative jobs. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम वो पब्लिश हुआ ऑन द सेम डेट, दैट इज 3 December 1989। वो है यूथ किल्ड, 7 इंजर्ड इन श्रीनगर फायरिंग। डिटेल्स आर Arif Muhammad, a student of BSc Part First, was killed and 7 others sustained serious injuries when a Jawan of Indo-Tibetan Border Police ITBP opened the mouth of his automatic weapon on a group of students near Islamia College late this afternoon. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम पब्लिश्ड ऑन 4th December 1989. ये हैं टू इंजर्ड एज ब्लास्ट रॉक श्रीनगर बार. Two persons were injured, one of them seriously when a powerful bomb explosion took place inside a local bar in Polo View area late this afternoon. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम published on 5th December 1989. Explosions, violence, Rock Valley. Roads and buildings, CPI offices damaged. One injured, blast also in Sopore, Anantnag. Details हैं 5 powerful bomb explosions took place in different parts of the valley during the last 24 hours, resulting in series of injuries to one person and extensive damage to 5 buildings, including a residential house. One person was seriously injured when a powerful explosion rocked a government building, housing Roads and Buildings Department in Pulwama, about 30 kilometers from here, Srinagar in South Kashmir, this afternoon. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम जो पब्लिश हुआ था 6 December 1989. हेडलाइन है ब्लास्ट्स रॉक अनंतनाग. Black Day observed in Sheikh's birth anniversary. Incidents of violence, housing of black flags and blackout in the evening marked the 84th birth anniversary of late Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah in Srinagar. News item published on 7th December 1989. Headline है Militants enforce prohibition. The underground militant group Allah Tigers has virtually succeeded in enforcing prohibition in Srinagar city, with all wine shops and bars having down their shutters since yesterday, following threatenings from militants. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम पब्लिश हुआ था 8th December 1989. Abortive bid to blow up So's house. Blast damages Hindu's relations house in Anantnag. Details हैं suspected militants made an abortive bid to blow up the ancestral house of Nation Conference leader and Lok Sabha member Saifuddin Soz in Baramulla late last evening. In another incident, a powerful explosion caused extensive damage to a residential house in Nai Basti of Anantnag owned by Mr. Rajnath Desi, who happens to be a close relation of National Conference leader Mr. P.L. Hindu. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम जो पब्लिश हुआ था ये है 9th December 1989. ये हैं militants kidnap Mufti's daughter, demand release of arrested militants. Kashmiri militants today kidnapped and held hostage the daughter of Union Home Minister Mufti Muhammad Said, demanding release of some of their arrested colleagues in return for her release from their custody. Their spokesman named 5 top militant leaders whose release the front was seeking for freeing the Miss Rubaya. They include Abdul Hamid Sheikh, one of the area commanders of the Liberation Front, presently under treatment in Sora Medical Institute, and Ghulam Nabi Bhatt, brother of Maqbool Bhatt. Other 3 militants are Abdul Ahad Waza, Noor Muhammad Kalwal, and Muhammad Altaf. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम पब्लिश हुआ है सेम डेट 9th December 1989. 2 explosions Rock Valley. A powerful bomb exploded this afternoon in Baramulla district. In Srinagar city, a crude petrol bomb was heard at the Kamala Nehru School building this evening. News item published on 10th December 1989. Explosion in Srinagar. Kashmiri militants hurled powerful bombs in Chandpora locality in Srinagar, causing damage to the Public Health Engineering Department. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम जो पब्लिश हुआ है सेम डेट दैट इज 10th December 1989. Kashmir Liberation Front sets deadline, moves afoot at official, non-official levels for release of Mufti's daughter, contact with Kashmir Liberation Front activists. Even as some non-political and non-official agencies reportedly succeeded in establishing contact with the Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front activists, not much headway appeared to have been made so far in securing the release of Union Home Minister Mufti Muhammad Said's daughter Rubaya, who was kidnapped yesterday. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम जो पब्लिश हुआ है 11th December 1989. Meanwhile, others plead for Rubaya's release. The Awami Action Committee chairman, Mirwais Maulana Farooq, today appealed to Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front activists to release Dr. Rubaya Mufti. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम published on the same date, that is 11th December 1989. Headline: Breakthrough in sight. Negotiations continue for release of Mufti Said's daughter. Official and non-official agencies continued negotiations with Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front activists for the second day today to secure the release of Union Home Minister's youngest daughter, Dr. Rubia Said. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम published on 12th December 1989. Headline: Government hopeful of early settlement. Modalities being worked out for Rubaya's release. The state administration was hopeful of an early solution paving the way for the safe release of Dr. Rubia. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम published on the same date, that is 12th December 1989. Headline: 8 injured. Indian Airlines cargo building, SHO's house damaged in Srinagar blasts. 2 blasts today rocked Srinagar city, injuring 8 persons. Heavy damage was caused by a powerful bomb that exploded in the foreign post office housed in the Indian Airlines cargo building. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम published on the 13th December 1989. Rubaya's ordeal ends. Militants released. Rubaya Said flew in here late night by a special BSF Avro to an emotional reunion with her father, the Union Home Minister Mufti Muhammad Said, after 6 traumatic days in the captivity of pro-Pakistan militants, reports agencies. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम इसी के साथ हैं, अटैच्ड हैं ये हैं. The events took a dramatic turn yesterday when the Chief Secretary, Mr. Musa Raza, who negotiated with the kidnappers on behalf of the government, told a hurriedly convened press conference past midnight that the captors of Dr. Rubaya Said had turned down the government proposal for a simultaneous exchange. He also said that the kidnappers were insisting that Dr. Said would be released 3 hours after the release of the militants, which was not accepted to the government. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम पब्लिश्ड ऑन द 12th, ये तो है, ये तो नहीं है, ये तो 13th को जो मैंने किया है, तो उसके दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम है पब्लिश्ड ऑन द सेम डेट, वो है 13th December 1989. हेडलाइन 5 militants set free, Rubaya back with family. Decision to accept Kashmir Liberation Front activists' demand for release of its 5 activists before freeing their Union Home Minister, Mr. Muhammad Said's daughter, Dr. Rubaya Said, was apparently clinched at a meeting held this morning by External Affairs Minister Mr. A.K. Gujral and Energy Minister Mr. Arif Muhammad Khan with Chief Minister Dr. Farooq Abdullah. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम पब्लिश्ड ऑन द सेम डेट, दैट इज 13th December 1989. हेडलाइन सिचुएशन इन J&K worse than Punjab. The Home Minister Mufti Muhammad Said today described the current situation in Jammu and Kashmir as worse than that is in Punjab, and said that the centre would accord top priority to restoring normalcy in the northern state. Asked at important press conference soon after the release of his daughter, Dr. Rubia, that if the governor's rule would be imposed on the state, he said, within quotes, there are many options. There is a complete collapse of law and order in the Jammu and Kashmir. The state is in turmoil for last 2 years. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम है published on the same date, that is 13th December 1989. ये है headline, President's rule in Jammu and Kashmir urged. The youth wing of Bharatiya Janata Party city unit held a demonstration in front of the Prime Minister's house to press for dismissal of the present J&K ministry. ये तो न्यूज़ है फ्रॉम दिल्ली जो शाया हुई थी उस वक्त. The demonstrators assembled at India Gate and then marched to Lodi Estate. They wanted immediate imposition of president rule and abolition of the constitutional provision of for a special status to the state, Article 370. It was a natural shame, said the petition, that the militants could force the union government to free their colleagues from jail. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम published on the same date, that is 13th December 1989. Militants fire gunshots, rallies, processions in Srinagar. For the second day today, thousands of people converged in Bahari Kadal area of the Srinagar interior anticipation of the release of JKLF militants. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम ये तो पब्लिश हुआ था 14th December 1989. Consensus urged on Jammu and Kashmir and Punjab. Leaders of major political parties today stressed the need for a national consensus to track the situation in the Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab and the Ram Janam Babri Masjid issue. Participation in a panel discussion on challenges before the new government. The speakers who included Mr. Jayapal Reddy, General Secretary of Janata Dal, Mr. Hari Kishan Singh Surjit, CPM leader, said that the current situation in the country was extremely volatile and the numerous problems are there and could be only solved through a multi-party efforts. दूसरा न्यूज़ आइटम है published on the same date, that is 14th December 1989. हेडलाइन है Army out, indefinite curfew in Sopore. Details हैं, the army staged a flag march and an indefinite curfew was imposed in Sopore in the border district of Baramulla after 2 persons killed in police firing. About 100 people, including 8 policemen, were injured in stone throwing by the mob. In Chokibal, in Sopore, 1 person died and 2 persons were injured when army jawans opened fire in self-defense in a mob. In the Baramulla, trouble broke out when the police opened fire at a mob. The station house officer is reported to have been injured, leading to a police firing. A 16-year-old boy, Parvez Ahmed Nanda, died on spot while 15 others injured. ये तो थे न्यूज़ आइटम्स जो उस वक्त पब्लिश हुए थे. ये कवर हमने किए. इस वीडियो में आपके सामने दूसरा वीडियो लेके आ जाएंगे. तब तक आदाब, शुक्रिया.